Greetings, citizens of Tetris. It is your old pal, Van Dweller, back with more stupid Tetris monthly Novembars 2025. That's right, no bars November. There are no long bars. Where did they go? Oops. Where did they go? All squigglies. Yeah, all squigglies here for stupid Tetris monthly. Yeah, so who ate all the long bars? Yeah, somebody ate all the long bars. I don't know who it was. Probably Kingsman. It looks like it. But yeah, we're playing Stupid Tetris Monthly. No bars November. That means there are no long bars. That means no Tetrises. That means triples are the new Tetris, okay? Triples. They'll get on 18, they get you 15, 5,700 points. It's pretty good. It's not as good as 22,800 points, but it'll do. And it'll have to do because that's what these players are playing. And who is playing tonight? Well, we've got our first full... Was it our first full bracket? Yeah, it's our first bracket that is like done with like everybody here, okay? We did play a match earlier. It was a single solitary solo match between Hepta and Colby won it. And now we're doing the pink bracket. It's going to be Sky versus Bigpile Guam. So Sky versus Bigpile. Those are three, usually there's like the sky is in the sky. And a big pile is on the ground. So, I don't know. There's a theme there. Not exactly sure what it is. And the winner will go into an immediate match against Bendy. Yeah, we have classic Tetris representation, sky and earth. Now we just need fire and water. And then we'll see what happens. Okay, but anyway, Sky versus Guam. Winner of that is going to take on Bendy. And the winner of this will eventually take on Knight in the round of 16. N-Dog says no long bars sounds like torture. But a lot of people find it really fun. And they're loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. They're loving it. Okay, so that's what we're going to do tonight. Now, we do have one more Masters match, by the way. It's going to be more or less after this. I don't know if the stream will run directly into it or not or what. We'll see. But that's 2 hours from now. That's going to be a Masters match between Hana and Violet. Floxe, right? Single solitary solo match. It's happening 2 hours from now. I don't think this is going to last 2 hours, but we'll see. Maybe it will. I don't know. We will see. All right, so that's what we're doing. Sky, Guam, Bendy, okay? Let's take a look at our rules. And I don't know who... somebody, it says level 18 stars re-rolled. So I don't know who... That is not correct, okay? Whoever wrote this, we have an intern. There's no re-rolling anything, okay? You dummy. What the heck? Here, I got to add a thing to this because this is not right. Color source. We need black bar evil. Okay, that's not that. Oh, I just flashbanged you guys. All right, so there's that. Okay. We're gonna just block that out. Like it doesn't. Level 18 starts. Okay. Anyway, it's a 32-player single elimination flat bracket tournament based on the 1989 version of Tetris released by Nintendo for the Nintendo Entertainment System. On NTSC consoles, players can play an emulator or console so long as the game mechanic experience and statistics are unmodified. They can use any controller so long as there's no B buttons or turbo functions used, whether electronic or mechanical. Biological turbo only. These are going to be best of 5 games. For the first player, 3 wins is the winner of the match. Level 18 starts all the way through. There are no long bars and there are no same piece sets because you can't do same piece sets in this mode. So, whatever. Now, the drought mode is what we are going to be playing. So you go down to drought and you hold down the right D-pad button until it hits the letter I. And that is I as in Kingsman, not L, right? There is no L, but I just want to clarify. It's not 1, it's not L, it's I. I don't know why they decided to make letters and numbers that all look the same. Pretty stupid. But it's I as in I love Kingsman because I love Kingsman, okay? I'm not afraid to say it, and I don't care who knows. I love Kingsman. I love that sweaty, fat... anyway, all right. I love Kingsman. That's what I'm remembering. All right, and then players should not receive any in-game advice. They should not pause unless the commentator tells them. If you do experience tech issues, just keep playing. Just keep playing, okay? If you have problems with internet, you have problems with your OBS, problems with your anything else, just keep playing. Don't assume that we're gonna like call it off, okay? Assume your game will count, all right? The winner gets absolutely something. That's a share of the prize pool, which stands right now at $3.25. We would love to pay our top 8. We're looking to get to $1,000 to do that. If you want to contribute to the prize pool, you want to put a vote in to say, yeah, we want more Stupid Tetris Monthly, then, you know, support the prize pool. Use the Matrino command. That URL is not going to be the right URL. So just use the Matrino command, and the link is in the description. It should bring up the link. The one that says STM No Bar is the second link. That is the one. Click on that. It'll take you to the landing page for this tournament with our prize pool partner, Matrino. Top right-hand corner has a button that says log in. Use that to log in. Who would have thunk it? And then, yeah, you can log in with your existing Twitch or YouTube or Discord account. Once you're in, the right side has a button that says contribute. Click on that to contribute. And any amount is fine. You know, just because you're broke is a joke, it's okay. $1, $2, $5, $10, $100, $996.75 is fine. That's great. Whatever you got to do. We also do have not sponsor requests. We do have contribution codes. So up to 50 unique accounts can go and log in and click on a button, and doing that adds 25 cents to the prize pool. So please, if you do nothing else, go over there and hit the button, right? Log in, hit the button, and leave. Do that, okay? Don't be a total nudnik or a schnurrer, you know, getting something for free, okay? Support the thing that you are watching, okay? Really. Thank you. Okay. That is how to support the players. To support the channel, there's a lot of great ways to support us. I'm going to put some of those into the chat. One great way to support us is patreon.com/monthlytetris, where you can make an ongoing pledge of support to keep the channel going. It allows us to look forward into the future and to say, yeah, we know how much is coming in, we can keep doing this, or yeah, it's not really working out, we have to stop, and I'm gonna go do DoorDash all day. I mean, that's really all I can do. I have no other skills. That's it. So go to patreon.com/monthlytetris, make that pledge of support, just like these people are doing. Big shout out to Scott Gray, Jane the Window, K9 Techie, Madelsberger, Corporal Shelby Jr., Troy Dan, Kim M, Rogue Potato, Cat Kid, Javin, TJ, Sunny. If you don't like Patreon, that's fine. A lot of people don't. There's some people who are contributing not on Patreon. They're actually on this page, but they're doing it via PayPal. So you can use a PayPal link, set up a recurring transfer. And I know Summer B is doing that. I know K9 Watching Tetris is doing that. See? Social proof, right? See what I'm doing here? Persuasion, right? Influence. Okay, I've read my Robert Cialdini. I know what I'm doing. Anyway, thank you so much for all your support. Really appreciate that. I am done. Let's go. You're using Stream Elements, not PayPal. Oh my God, Summer B, I'm so sorry. All right, Stream Elements, which goes through PayPal, but you're using Stream Elements. Okay. Now I don't have a photo for Triskai, so we're just gonna have to look at Triskai and know. All right, Bigpile. Now, Bigpile, if you don't know Bigpile Guam always plays on a treadmill. Always. So that is one thing to know. And he's got the amazing, and we're not going to zoom in. We're going to zoom in that much. We want the full. This is who Bigpile is, and that's who we're going to let him be. We're going to let him be the person who walks on a treadmill. Running. And you got the big GG tank top. Amazing. Vance is so jealous right now of that tank top. You have no idea. And let me just go ahead and set that up, and then we'll set up Sky's cam, and then we'll be all good in the hood. Okay, game one. We got Sky. All right, Sky, you can use dark mode, but if you're going to use dark mode, you have to use OG mode. Okay? So dark mode is okay, but you got to use OG. That's the rules, okay? It's my tournament. I make the rules. I think that's fair, right? That's a fair thing to, that's fair. OG is okay, not neon. That's right. OG is good. I think that's a good compromise, right? You want to use it, but I say, use OG mode. That's fine. You don't have to turn it off. You don't have to turn it off. What do I have against neon? I have nothing against neon, but I just want I want it to be the standard NES Tetris colors, and that is what OG means. There's Sky. Skying it up. All right, let's go ahead and get these players some pieces. But you can totally use dark mode. So I'm not prohibiting dark mode in any way. So if you choose not to use it, that is your 100% free choice. Okay. There's no SPS. Yeah, sorry. There's no seed. I don't know why I hit the seed. Force a habit. I've been doing masters pretty much all day. So yeah, there are no seeds. So players basically make sure you're on drought mode. And then make sure it's set on I, so there are no bars. Yeah, there are no bars. You pin the seed. You pin the seed on the donkey. All right, yeah, as soon as both players are ready. Oh my God, $100 for N-Dog contributed via Super Chat. N-Dog, you are a wonderful human being for supporting the thing that you like. I mean, it helps that it's, supports this thing that you like. But, supporting a thing you like is something I'm in favor of. So thank you so much, N-Dog. Really appreciate that. $100 super chat. All right, so it looks like both players are ready. Both players are on low bars. We're going to go ahead and get this started. Remember, there are no long bars. Okay, let's go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. On the left side of your screen, it is Sky. You see our line is Triskai Sky. That's all. So there's a lot of skies, but this is Triskai Sky. But in one sense, there's only one sky. How many skies are there? Like on Earth, there's only one sky. Do we all look at the same sky? I don't know. Is it the OG sky? That is true. That is true. When you're the OG sky, that is better, all these other pretenders. You never look at the same sky twice. Oh my God, we have a Heraclitian here in chat. All right, 12,000 on the left side for Sky, 14,000 for Bigpile. Now, one thing I want to remind everybody is that there are no long bars. So the best possible line clear is the triple. It's worth $5,700. That's pretty. 5,700 points is what it is worth. Now, of course, that means the ideal thing is to set up for triples. And that means you've got to set. The ideal setup is to set really what Pile has going on right there. Bigpile. Okay. You've got some sort of column. Some sort of column 9, and then you've got a column 8 that's piled at least one above it. And then you just attack it with L pieces. Now, the problem is L pieces you're also going to use to help build your stack. And so, whereas a higher percentage of long bars that you get when you're playing normal Tetris are going to be used for trying to Tetris, right? Not for fixing your stack. Occasionally you'll have to, of course, but not all the time. So you can see there's like a difference, and you can see this on Sky's side. And Sky very cleverly setting up like triples with these little notches. So this is very clever. And Sky really kind of a goated stacker. So you're going to see some interesting stuff from Sky. This is one of the disadvantages of having to play in round one, because like you're going to be giving ideas to people who have yet to play. If they watch this, they're going to see people doing all kinds of tricks and setting up like, oh, I never thought to do that. Because, so yeah, you're kind of giving away some stuff here. So Hana says she's a cool stacker. I agree. Anyway, so that's Triskai. Triskai qualified in with a average of her best 2 games played in a 1 hour qualifying period of 309,000. Sky has been in the competitive scene since January of 2023. First match was against Mari in ELO Clash. Since then, she's played a ton of Tetris friendlies, Classic Tetris League. Has been in CTWC Silver twice in 23 and 25. And advanced a couple of rounds in each of those silvers. He's played a bunch in like hopefuls and futures, and played in CT12 and so forth. So pretty excited for that. And then on the right side of your screen, it is Bigpile. You see Bigpile in the chat as Bigpile Guam. It's because he's literally in Guam. Bigpile Guam has been playing in the competitive scene since September of 2021. Played a bunch of community tournament. Has played in our DAS tournament. Played in Mega Disasters last month. Played in our previous Stupid Tetris Monthly in the Future circuit. That was the no next box. He's also played in Classic Tetris Gauntlets, CT DAS, and loves Biological Turbo. 137 for Sky. There is a triple. 128 for Bigpile. Fractal former roommate gifted a sub to Cole. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. 3 months. So I didn't give you a after this game. I'll show you the what the qualifiers were. I forgot to do that as sort of context setting, just to kind of give you a sense of what scores are possible. World record is in the high 500s. I don't know if anyone's gotten a 600 in this mode. We are playing with the 39 super kill screen, right? Aren't we? I think we are. Pretty sure we are. So we'll see if somebody actually gets there. All right, this is gonna be a top out for Sky at 169. So Bigpile with a chase down needs to get to 170. So less than a Tetris away. A double in this mode should be worth like 2,000 to, low 2000s, and that is going to do it. So Bigpile going to take game number 1. And Bigpile, I did find, I had to search high and low on that internet, but I did find a circular Guam flag, and then I plussed it up. Oh, did I say less than a Tetris away? I meant less than a triple away. So I did find the circular Guam flag, and I put it behind you. There you go, Guam pride right there. Now let me show you while our players are getting set up. Let me show you the scores. These were the qualifying scores, and remember, these were the average of their best 2 games. And so up at the top, you know, kind of mid 500s, up down the bottom, low 200s, low to mid. So now several of these players are already PV'd like during warm-ups. So, you know, I know people aren't grinding this mode too much, but so that'll give you a sense. All right. Looks like both players are ready. And ceremonial seed check just for the lulz. Let's go ahead and count them down in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Yeah, I'm curious if like during an actual chase down, does Bigpile turn up the treadmill so it's like a real chase? Jungle Cook says 3 Tetrises in a row earlier today was cool, but I want to see 4 triples in a row. That's the real payoff. Yeah, earlier today in Masters, Dangler had like, you know, got 3 bars in a row and was built up 13 high, and so he could get 3 Tetrises in a row, which is like the dream. Cole says, "Don't let Bigpile get to level 29." Yeah, that's true. Because once he gets to 29, he's gonna start running. He's gonna go faster than anybody. Wee Gloogie says, "Some of them have higher score without bars than me with them." Well, yeah, no, you're just at the beginning of your Tetris journey, so it's okay. So I think somebody was saying that what theoretically what was possible before 39 was like 700 maybe, like if somebody was like super efficient. That I don't know, but anyway, 251 would be a perfect transition into 19. So that gives you a sense of what you're kind of doing here. And that is going to be a top out for Bigpile. Triskai going to get one back. So, Sky, you are good. Cole asks, Bigpile Guam, what speed is the treadmill set to? I don't know if he's in a position to answer, but well, he must have chat in front of him. All right, looks like both players are ready. We'll let Bigpile answer the question, and then we will count them down. All right, let's go. It's a sub 20-minute mile, so there you go. All right, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. What was once a best of 5, now a best of 3 between Sky and Bigpile. Just a walk. So yeah, I mean 3 miles, like 3 miles an hour. That's what I do on the treadmill. I'm not like looking to go. I'm just walking, you know. A steady walk. I'm not running, okay? Running. Imagine running. Anyway, as mentioned, triples are the thing here. Bigpile gonna get another one. Sky gets another. And you see Sky setting up for that triple, getting it. So there is a lot to think about. This is not just standard, you know, stacking. I mean, you can treat this mode as simply, you know, get Tetris ready and then just maintain the well, and you'll get, you know, a certain amount of triples and doubles and singles along the way. You can certainly do that, or you can try to optimize. But, you know, not a lot of people have been playing this mode or this, you know, kind of way of playing Tetris really at all until this month. So, you know, there's not all the science that's been done for regular standard NES Tetris, as you know, for this mode. But yeah, believe it or not, there, you know, some people are in chat is like, this looks like torture, but no, it's actually very, there's a lot to it. There's a lot to think about. There's a lot of adjustments to make, and there are things you really want to avoid if you can. Like, for example, you know, long bar dependencies, right? Those are not great. Unless you have them set up properly to be a triple, right? But a deep like long bar dependency with like that's, you know, not solidly packed. And then, you know, the other thing you have to think about is if you have like pure L or J dependencies, right? That are not LJ, but pure L or pure J dependencies. You've only got one piece that neatly resolves them as opposed to the two. You get half as many pieces that can neatly resolve them. And so that's something to think about as well. All right. And you can see the deviations that players are making from standard stacking in order to get triple ready. It's like Sky did there. 76,000 for Sky, 80,000 for Bigpile. Now, what we have been seeing mostly, though, is that, you know, so far, and I say mostly, we've had like one match and then like the qualifiers. You know, a lot of players are topping out earlier than they would if they were playing regular Tetris. Now, that makes sense. And so I think some measure of conservative play can make sense. You know, you kind of wait for your opponent to sort of mess up. But on the other hand, if you get a really solid, savvy opponent, then that totally backfires and you find yourself way too far behind. Triples are worth 1/3 as Tetrises. Triples are worth 1/4 of Tetrises. $22,800 versus $5,700. Or is it more because doubles are worth more relative to triples than triples relative to Tetrises? Well, yeah, that's a factor too. So, yeah, it's not... I think people are saying that it's roughly 1/3. But yeah, that's... Oh boy, Bigpile going to top out 125. Yeah, I mean, it does end up being roughly 1/3, I think, because, like, you know, transition 251. So yeah, Sky is good. So anyway, yeah, that transition into 19, I think 251 was the perfect one, and it is basically 1/3 of what it is in full Tetris and all that. So I mean, basically, Bendy has it right, except for that other thing. You're going to refresh your stream. Let me refresh both of them as well, just to be 1,000,000,000% sure that, you know, I've got them as simultaneously as I can. All right, looks like both players are ready for game number 4. Let's go. Sky versus Bigpile. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. You know who Bigpile kind of reminds me of? Those of you who went to Lone Star in 23. Who does Bigpile remind you of? All right, nobody in this chat actually went to Lone Star in 23. Kind of reminds me of Flex Style, actually. The person who made the music that we are listening. Yeah, Colin. Yeah, Colin knows. You were there. That's right. Yeah, Bigpile kind of reminds me of Flex Style. Flex Pile. Oh. Bigpile going to block the well just as the L was coming in. Now, I might say the phrase triple well, and by triple well, I do not mean a 3-wide well. I mean a well that is triple ready to score a triple. I might say that. Like, for example, Sky's board right now. If I mean a triple wide well for whatever reason, I will just say triple wide well. All right. So just as a note on usage. Cole says triples are obviously best, but it's not harmful to take doubles. Yeah, it's not nearly as harmful to take doubles in this as it is to take triples in regular Tetris. Because doubles are worth like 40% or something like that. Doubles are worth 1,900 here versus 5,700. So wait, are they a third? Is that a third? That's a third. Is that true? Wait a minute. That can't be right. Oh, 1/2 per line. Right, 1/2 per line. That makes sense. Yeah, because you got to do it per line. So a double is worth 950 per line, right? Whereas a triple is worth, see, 3 goes in 1, 1,900 per line, right? So yeah, so it's not nearly as bad. So triples are decent. So, I mean, doubles are decent. N-Dog says, if we can get it up to 150, I'll put another 150 in for the players. All right, I'm going to refresh one of our players first, and then we'll get to the challenge here. All right, we are good. We should be, well, let's see, actually. All right, we're going to... Let me do one more time. So I think we're going to go ahead and restart this one. They were pretty close in score. This one's not coming back. I mean, maybe it'll come back, but I think we're... Unless... Oh, wait. Well, I already said it out loud. Unfortunately, I already said it out loud, and that's going to affect the play, so we're just going to do it over. I didn't think it was coming back, but it did come back, and that was my mistake. But we're gonna just restart it. Since I said it out loud and affected players, we're gonna do it over. Okay. Yep, that's fine. That's totally perfect. We're just gonna restart. We're gonna redo it. Bigpile. It was super close. Unfortunately, we reset a really good game where both players were playing very well. Oh, I'll think about it. Yeah, that's a good idea. Cool. All right, let me just refresh the players one more time. Okay. Looks like both players. Anyway, sorry about that, folks. I should have stayed with it a longer time, but all right, let's go ahead and get them started in the real game 4 in 3, 2, 1 Tetris. So again, apologies. Now that the players finally got into a rhythm and started playing well, Yeah, we just made them do it over. Summer B says, hard to stay longer with it when games in this mode end faster than in regular Tetris. Well, it's actually easier to stay longer with it. That makes it easier. So it was just my bad. I will accept that one. Send all complaints to the Bendy department. Thanks, Summer. What's up, Laurie? How's it going? So anyway, we did have a, oh shoot, we had a challenge from N-Dog. So let me catch, yeah, we had a challenge from N-Dog, and the challenge was, if you get the prize pool up to 150, he said he would bump it up to 300. And while I was adjudicating this whole top out thing and refreshing, it just happened. It just like totally happened. So let me log back into Matcherino and see how this went down. Summer B was the one who did it. Put in $46 and said it was Vandy's mistake. Thank you, Summer B. That got us up to 150, and then N-Dog said GG's Summer B. So thank you, Nate. Really appreciate that. And thank you, Summer B, for getting us there so quickly. That really, see, you got a good return. And you got to do it when you get a good return, right? 46 to get another 150. It's pretty good. All right, Bigpile with a big triple, 65,000, 60,000 for Sky. It was a very good ROI. You're striking while the iron is hot. Day trading Tetris. Bigpile going to take a couple of burns here. Sky is set up waiting on the red L. There's a red L and a red triple. Silver the Shiny EV says, hi Vandy, how in the world do you have no bars? Well, it's a good question. All right, Triskai piling, tripling, another triple. She's just chunking in triple after triple. She's got a good little kind of operation going over there on the right side of the screen, but needs to get ready again. And she will get ready. And there's one. Gonna have to use one of those L's, but gets another one. And that's a top out for Bigpile at 86. Like all of a sudden, I was kind of mesmerized by Sky's board. And meanwhile, Pile was making a big pile. Bigpile is mad at me. Bigpile, you mad? You're mad at me, right? He's racing it off. He's got an outlet. he's got an outlet. All right, so look how fast he's running and playing, by the way. I mean, look how fast this is. I don't know. Triskai, Sky was cruising though. I mean, 132 through 89. That's big pacing, actually. All right. Well, I like to see someone running at full speed, not full speed, but running and playing. I mean, how do you play? How do you run and play like this? Did someone make a Tetris speedrunning joke already? It seems dangerous, but I think at this point he knows what he's doing because this is how he plays all the time. I'm so curious, like how many miles he gets a day. And he's pushing down. He's playing mad. Why did he level up? I don't know. I mean, look at this. He's got something to prove. He's like, Bendy. You did this. Oh my goodness. All right, Bigpile, you played great. You did a great job. And we got to do this every single month. All right. We're going to set up the next match. We'll go ahead and report this one. Let me go find that. Okay. What is this? Pink? We're in... That's Das Masters. Stupid Masters. Pink. I'm mesmerized by this running individual. All right, 3-1. Sorry, I'm reporting it right now. All right, we're going to put Sky on the other side, and then we're going to bring in Bendy. So goodbye, 22. Hello, 11. And then goodbye, 27. We'll miss you, Bigpile. It was a pleasure. And then we're bringing in 22. We'll set up our cams. Anyone tried to use the dance pad with Tetris? Yeah, people have done that in the past. It's a thing. People do it. Sky is getting ready for Secret Grade November. That's going to be the STM theme in November. I mean, I'm sorry, January, not November. January. So you have to make this shape as high as possible. For those of you who have never seen this before. This is called Secret Grade. It comes from Tetris the Grand Master, which is a Tetris game that rewards, that has, you know, various things, and this is one of the things you can do. You had a good run. I know it's a Tetris gym setting. Guess the drought setting. Which option is used? Yeah, it's the drought setting, and then you crank it all the way to the right to I. So I is the setting. How will quals work for that? It's a good question, and I have to consult with the smart people. But I think that's probably, I think it's the height, and then the number of lines is the tiebreaker. Does that sound reasonable? All right, Sky approves. So I don't know how we'll put that in the in the qual system, but we'll figure out a scheme to do that. So maybe it'll be beautiful diagonal. Is that strategic? There's no strategic value on its own to doing that. There's no additional points in this game. There are Tetris games that have modes that reward making this shape. It's called Secret Grade is the name of the shape, basically. It's named after a certain mode in Tetris the Grandmaster. Yeah, they're just warming up. So Sky is obviously somebody who is excellent at this. Another player, if you know Kirby 703 of, you know, the Tetris fame and other fame. She's maybe the best in the world, or was at one time. I'm not sure. And of course, it gets much harder because you gotta, you know, you dig up high on the board. You thought they were doing this competitively. They will be doing this competitively in January. Now, maybe Bendy won't. I don't know. Bendy, you're not a secret grader. You're an 8th grader. So yeah, and they start at level 0 to give them time to make the shape, but then it does get progressively harder because, you know, the speed increases. So, oh, that's gonna be a top for Triskai. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. You have to cover for it to count. So that's 16. Yeah, Sky, cover counts, right? You have to cover it to count, right? I think that's what we did 4 years ago. Yeah. So that, yeah, that other one is not one. It has to be covered in order to count. So it's 10 plus 6. Thank you so much, Nate. Really appreciate your contribution. Or 20 minus 4, yeah, either one. All right, players, it is time to do the thing that we are here to do. It's especially hard with no bars, it turns out. Oh my God, that's right. You were doing that with no bars. Shoot. I didn't even think of that. I wasn't even considering that. Oh, maybe we have to do it with no bars. Maybe that's the finals. All right, looks like both players are ready. It looks like Bendy already won. Oh my God. All right, let's reset all this. It's round 2. All right, Bendy versus Sky. Let's get him started. Round 2 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. On the left side, it's Bendy. Bendy has not taken down a CTM non-community event, looking to make this no bars his domain. Bendy was the first player ever to clear level 19, height 5 with DAS on B-type. That is his claim to fame. In addition to just being, you know, a friendly individual. But no, Bendy qualified in with a, what, 373? Was it 373? .373, seed number 11, got a 1-round bye in virtue of that. You have seen Bendy winning the silver bracket of CTWC in 2024. You've seen him winning a hopeful circuit. No, he did win it. He did win. He won a hopeful circuit in September of 23. I forgot. I wasn't on my list for some reason. So he has one. He's one of hopefuls. Still, though, would love to win a top level Masters level event. DAS, Stupid, Masters, whatever. We're going to do that now. He did take second in DAS Masters this January, and he also has been in the top 4 of DAS Masters 2 additional times, February and May of this year. He was top 4 in CTWC Vegas this year. He's played in the silver bracket of CTWC 2023-2024. He won it in 24, as I mentioned. And he made it into the gold bracket of CTWC. That's the main championship for CTWC. He made it into their top tier for the first time this year. Played in Mega Dasters this year, made it into the top 8, made it in, and played in Mega Masters in 2024, and well, did not get into the top 8. Got into the top 8 of our Tap Masters event as well, just a few months back. And he also played in our No Next Box event a few months ago as well. So Bendy has got a Vitz. He's at 95,000. So he's got a good score going here. Sky here trying to break out of some traffic. Has anyone broken 500K in this setting? Yes. We had several qualifiers that were over 500K. The world record is in the is in the high 500s. And on the right side, it is Sky. Sky been around the classic Tetris competitive community for a while. First competitive match back in January of 2023. Played in Classic Tetris League, community tournaments. Played a bunch in Hopeful, CTWC Silver twice in 23 and 25. And even played in our lower tier DAS events when we had those. 127 for Bendy, Triskai, Sky at 101. I keep wanting to say Triskai because Triskai is the beginning of like Triskai decaphobia, which is the fear of the number 13. Like Triskai deca, 3 and 10 in Greek or ancient Greek. I don't know what it is in modern Greek, but Triskai decaphobia. 143 for Bendy, 113 for Sky. It's about a third right now, about a 28,000 point lead. So that's about a 4 or 5 triple lead. In this mod is rolling allowed. Yes, rolling is definitely allowed. There are no playstyle restrictions. There's no planned playstyle restrictions in our Stupid Tetris monthly events. 144 for Sky, 163 for Bendy. All right, Sky set up, gets a triple, is already set up for another one. And there's another one for Sky. 156 Sky, 181 Bendy. Now a 251 is a perfect 19 transition. So, you know, these are very good transitions. In fact, these are the best, this is probably the highest scoring game we've had so far. I think. I mean, both players getting to 19. Super kill screen is turned on. Yetrex Gamer says, in this mod, is Tetris is allowed? No, Tetris would not be allowed because they are not possible. If it's bang for Tetris, what is it for triple? It's ban, right? One less letter. Every triple you get banned. Whoop. A triple for Sky. Whoop. Bendy is set up. Whoop. Triple for Bendy. So 225 for Bendy, 193 now, 200 after a triple for Sky. Now triples are gonna be how much? Oh, Sky needs to sort of burn this down. Now remember, there's no bars. So that left side is gonna be a bit of a problem for Sky. She's gonna top out 204. Bendy 252. Is that the CT Mexico commentator? No. You mean like Poyo? And who else was over there? Oscar? All right, so Bendy going to take game number 1. Whoop. Shouldn't you be calling Triskai by her full text? And Sky is also in this tourney, but there's multiple people. They have multiple. They have the names. I mean, she goes by Sky, so there's multiple people that have the same first name. I don't think we'll be confused because it says Triskai on the screen. All right, looks like both players are on low bars. Let's go ahead. Game number 2. 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Oh, that's true. And the other one uses Hecate, right? It's all very confusing. But I'm doing my best. And then there's other Skies. There was like Sky Lord. Remember Sky Lord? But too many names. Let's call everyone Gamer. I can't wait till we get our next Tyler. There's a bunch of Alexes. There's Alex Kerr. There's Alex T. Like, I'm pretty sure they probably played in the same tournament. You're going to call them both Alex. If they ever face off, I'm just going to call them both Sky. If they're both in the same match, it's just going to be Sky versus Sky. All right, good little triple there for Sky. Alex S. Yeah, Alex Stroescu, the Romanian guy. There's tons of Chris's. There's a handful of Matts. $38,000 Bendy. 47,000 Sky. There's a nice triple for Sky. And yeah, setting up that S, if you can get that little nub going and then get those S's going into columns 8 and 9, that gives you like the perfect little setup to then wait for the L's. Yeah, see what guys do with that S overhang, gives you an immediate like setup for a triple. There's only one Tyler. Yeah, ain't that the truth? So 77,000 Sky, 66,000 Bendy. He's going to get a triple 71,000. So anyway, triples here are worth 5,700, and they will go up 300 points every level increase. Oh, there is minor Tyler. That's true. You're right. All right, triple for Sky. Needs to get a little nub going there. So you can start tripling again. All right, and there it is. So she can get a quick, no, not gonna be able to get it. There's a long bar dependency, middle of the board, but look at that, turns that into a triple. And another triple Sky, 111, 104 Bendy. See, that's the kind of nifty stuff you can do when you're like good at stacking, unlike me. All right, Sky set up for another. It goes in. Gets another 137 Sky, 115 Bendy. All right, Bendy gonna open up that right side. He gets set up for a triple and bangs in a triple. And another triple, Bendy, 140, 155 for Sky. She's ahead by like 2 triples. All right, Sky's set up again. There's the L and the triple. He's waiting for another. Jungle Cook says, I'm still holding out hope for a long bar. Call me an optimist. Yeah, true. We're still about that 10,000 point lead for Sky right now. Oh, look at that. Look how smart that is. Rather than taking the burn, that S is an immediate triple. Like, I'd never see that. What's the triple rate? The triple rate? Oh, I don't know. Sky is ahead in score, but Bendy's ahead in triple rate. I'm a jerk. Is there any way to show stats other than the score level and lines in game? I remember seeing a drought counter once. Well, I mean, the drought counter, if it were on this, would be infinite. It would just be the number of pieces because there's no bars at all. And then in terms of the other stats you were talking about, those are mediated by external software, and we don't make our players use that software. 205 for Sky. And she really needs to bring this down. Oh, that's going to be kind of an overshift there for Sky with DAS problems. And that's going to be a top out for Sky at 211. Chase down for Bendy is 212. No DAS control. You mean today or ever? What's your DAS PB? I don't even know what your DAS PB is. DAS is hard. Yeah, that's a very good transition score. Anything around 200, where you can capture about 80% of the possible points, it's really good. So that's going to be a Tetris for Bendy. I mean, a Tetris. That's going to be what am I saying? That's going to be a game 2 for Bendy. Your DAS PB is 1.22, so in general, good DAS control. Just not today, you're saying. Oh, since back to emulator? Got it. Ah, yikes. I can't help with that one. All right, looks like both players are ready on low bars. Let's count them down. Game number 3. Sky is going to win this one to stay in. Bendy looking to wrap it up right here. So yeah, I'm seeing some very, very nifty stacking for Sky, stuff that I didn't even think about. Obviously, she's put in some time. Think about what to do. I put in no time and no thought, which is generally how I approach Tetris, which is why I have not really improved all that much in several years. All right, the one thing you don't want is an L drought, but there's an L finally for Sky. And here's the other thing too is, you know, we're not really able to use same piece sets. So there could be some variance, but that is just kind of, oh, wow, Bendy getting that piece over to the right. People continue to redeem codes. Appreciate that. All right, Sky is set up. Could use a blue J. Gets the blue J over for a triple. Yeah, so both players playing DAS. Bendy on console, Sky on emulator. $44,000 Bendy, 46 for Sky. Sky sets up, waiting for the blue J, and gets it a little bit too late here, so just gonna have to clean up a little. And Sky in cleanup mode. These cleanups so hard. Oh, Bendy in kind of a problem here. Might be whipping out some taps here. All right, Sky is open. Could use that blue J now. I mean, I'm sorry, the red L. And no, this is going to be a top out for Bendy. And Sky is going to take game number 3. This is why we test tap on the controller before we start tapping. All right, so Sky is good in game number 3. What music do you guys use? It sounds amazing. Feels amazing, Doge. This is the music that we use. We used by permission for like 7 years. It is not royalty-free music, so don't use it without permission. Jay plays Tetris. Says, Vandy, I have a request. All right, what's the request? All right, both players ready. Game number 4, Bendy versus Sky in 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Jay plays Tetris, says, so my mom unironically plays Fortnite. So what do you mean she unironically plays it? Like she feels it, she has a deep feeling of sincerity when she opens, like what do you mean she unironic? You mean she plays it? Do you mean contrary to what you might have expected, my mother plays Fortnite? Is that what you're trying to say? Her favorite, for some reason, is Plants vs. Brain Rot. She's currently streaming Battle Royale. My suggestion is you raid me, then I raid her. Well, why don't I just raid her directly? Everyone says something like, get back on Plants vs. Brain Rot. Why don't I just raid her directly? Why do I have to raid you and then you raid her? Yeah, it's funnier if like a random channel that she doesn't even know raids her. Like what, you know. I think you just want to raid. That's what it is. You are mad that I didn't raid you earlier. And so you just want to raid. You're making up this whole elaborate scheme to get me to raid you. I think that's what's actually happening here. All right, I'm gonna raid your mom. All right, nice triple with the blue J for Sky, 46,000, 50,000 Bendy. All right, I'm gonna raid your mom after. And everyone has to say, get back on Plants vs. Brain Rot. That is what you have to do. That's a raid message. Okay? We need to make Jay's dreams come true. Mommy Pink Puff. All right, we're going to raid Mommy Pink Puff. Or is that Mom, my Pink Puff? Like she named it after something that you say a lot? Mom, my Pink Puff. All right, 77,000 for Sky, 86,000 for Bendy. Mathwit says, Vandy, how's your week going? My week is, it's going. I mean, it's almost over. I have one more match after this one. It's a Masters match. Uh-oh, Sky. Oh, no, that is going to be a top out for Sky. And that means Bendy will be moving on. But let me tell you, I have learned some things from Sky's big brain stacking. And don't let anyone else watch this. Occupy Starbucks Prime sub. Thank you so much. Just want to give and say a genuine thank you to Vandy for doing CTM and bringing us lots of Tetris. It's very much appreciated. Thank you, Occupy Starbucks. Really appreciate that. All right, so watch Bendy mulling this out a little bit. Sky, you did amazing. Very, very impressive. Wish you were on console so we could see you at your full powers. Maybe we got to chip in and get you an AVS or something. Not sure where the console, or if you just can't have one in your current situation, but we're gonna get you an AVS. Little discouraging the way on-stream Emu DAS is going. Yeah, I mean, can you do like run ahead or whatever? You don't have anywhere to put a console? Oh, I see. Yeah, like if you get like an AVS, you can run it through like a regular computer monitor, and sometimes that's like works for people. The problem isn't lag, it's inconsistent lag. So like with the like run ahead doesn't work. Anyway, well, you did amazing. So I wish I hope to see you again in the future. Maybe in I mean, certainly in Secret Grade. Oh, yeah, we're not doing Secret Grade in January. We're doing No Row in January. And then maybe in February we'll do Secret Grade. Something like that. Or March. I like to alternate fast modes and slow modes. Yeah, I forgot. It's No Row in January. Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. No Row. Yeah, you could definitely do No Row. That does not require DAS control. 194 transition for Bendy. Sky is so winning that. I think Kirby 703 will play, and so you'll get a run for your money. I mean, I would imagine if Kirby came back for this, you got to imagine she's going to come back for Secret Grade. What is Secret Grade? It's making a. Were you watching earlier when Sky was making that diagonal sloping shape with the gaps in her stack? That's Secret Grade. So basically, the winner is whoever makes the highest structure with that shape. But yeah, so no rows January. And yeah, I try to alternate. Secret grade will be not immediately after no row, but it'll be like one after, because I try to alternate fast modes and slow modes just for variety. Look at Bendy in the survival here, 247. Sky's like the best no row player. You want to call it Secret Grade September? Secret Timber? That's too far off. That's too far off. All right. Sky's going to show you a little Secret Grade while we watch Bendy mulling it out. So yeah, maybe what we can do is we can do Secret Grade the same month as Mega Masters, and that way there's something for the fast people, something for the slow people. There you go. Oh, are you doing reverse Secret Grade? Oh no, this is no row. Oh, she's doing no row. All right. All right. Well, that is going to do it. Bendy, you are the winner. You get the 3. We will report you. You're being reported. So look out. Don't answer the door. Know your rights. All right. Bendy 3, Sky 1. Monthly Tetris. Okay, let's take a look at the, oh, this is Bendy trying to do no row. Bendy, are you good at no row? Does Zoltan still have the record? All right, anyway, we have to raid Jay's mom. Let me make sure that Jay's mom is still streaming so we can raid Jay's mom. And now you guys are supposed to do a raid message. There's no one streaming under that name. Jay. There's no one streaming. That is not a channel. I'm looking at it right now. Oh, underscore. Jay, if you're going to tell me to raid somebody, you got to give me the right freaking name. You didn't put the underscore in it. Oh my God. All right, there's a raid message. The raid message is get back to, what is it? Plants versus brain rot, and put an exclamation point. All right, get back to Plants versus brain rot. That's the raid message, everybody. We're gonna raid Jay's mom. Fruits. Oh, fruits versus brain rot. All right, get back to fruits versus brain rot. Fruits. This is the raid message. Okay, that it is. We're gonna rate now. We're rating. All right. Anyway, thanks everybody for hanging out. Thanks to those of you who supported the channel: Cole, Occupy Starbucks, Super Chat, N Dog, Raid, RXS, Sonic Screw, Patreon, Scott Gray, Jay the Window K9, Tacky Madelsberger, Corporal Shelby Jr., Troy Den, Kim M, Rogue Potato Cat, Javin T, Jason Sunny. Prize pool is up to 300. Thank you, N Dog. Appreciate that. Thank you, Summer B. Really appreciate that, and everybody who did the thing. We're gonna raid Mommy Pink Puff. That is the raid message, and it's Jay's mom, so be nice. Well, it's a follower of subscriber only chat. Oh my God. Jay. All right. All right, bye everybody, have a great day. We'll see you in 40 minutes. We're going to do Hana versus Violet. 40 minutes, Masters, okay? Be back. Bye. All right, YouTube, it's just you and me. Join me again in 40 minutes for Hana versus Violet. Take care. Bye.